You're listening to the Pace Radio Network here at paceradio.net.
The views expressed by the individuals during this broadcast are their own opinions, and they may not be the same as those of their group or other organizations they may be involved with.
All medical advice during our broadcast is not a medical opinion and should be checked with your medical physician.
Good day and welcome to the Mushie Moment for Tuesday, March 18th, 2025. And time is flying right along. Good day, Cindy. Good day, John.
Hello. Good day, guys. Today? How are things out in the Richmond, British Columbia area?
Actually, not bad right now. Cleared up. It was kind of pissy this morning and then cleared up and
snowed up in the British properties today for a little bit.
Wow.
Really?
Yeah, it did. And then they're talking maybe thunder later.
Don't like the weather? Wait a minute.
Yeah.
That's right. Sounds a lot like Nova Scotia.
Oh, man.
So, good weather now, except for it was snowing elsewhere. And you guys are on together. I mean, I'm sure people can see that I have, point the right way, Cindy. I have both my co-host Steve and his business partner and dear friend John on. Hi, John. Thanks so much for coming on, John. And Steve, thanks so much for putting all of this together. Extra work for Steve today because he went over and set up the whole background at John's. We've got some of John's, or one of John's paintings in the background. And
this is actually,
well,
it's a work in progress. Everybody's seeing this before it's actually even completed. This has been a major labor. It's not just a painting, it's a painting, sculpture. What all would you say?
Epoxy pour, sculpture, everything. It's got everything.
Yeah,
wow.
It's pretty awesome, actually. I can't wait to see it when it's all done.
I've been able to watch the process because John posts pictures as he does some stuff, and it's been pretty cool to watch.
Yeah, this one I'm not happy with. It might go in not happy with bin. I have a bin. I have a room of paintings that I don't look at. I don't like them. I just put them away, and I never to be seen again.
Never to be seen.
No, this one needs to be seen.
It's
awesome.
It's pretty incredible. It's pretty incredible. As you've heard us chat many times in the past, Steve and John have kind of pulled together. They have joined forces, become business partners, like I said here a second ago, and work together currently called At Ease. And I say that, pay attention, because I'm sure Steve will tell you what I mean later on. Steve and John will tell you what I mean later on. And we have chatted with Steve and John about how the company came to be, about their personal stories, what their medicines have done for them. They've been a couple of very inspirational stories to listen to both of these guys. And I thought, well, you know what? We have talked about why they formed the company. We have talked about their histories, their stories, but we've never really intricately told anybody about some of the products, some of the medicines that they have put together, and how the parts of them can come together and work. And for lack of a better term, I kind of like the way everybody's put this together. We're going to have a kind of like an hour-long infomercial here. We will be scrolling the webpage along the bottom.
But wait, there's more.
Oh, wait, there's more. We will be scrolling the webpage along the bottom, and we'll let you know how you can get a hold of one or both of them throughout the quote unquote infomercial today.
I'm going to be showing stuff. That's my job today.
John is, he's decided to be a Vance White today. We've renamed John.
Funny.
So really, I'm gonna turn this over to the guys. I'm gonna sit here. I might pop in with a question here and there. They have picked out what products they want to talk about, and Steve has information. Steve and John have information in front of them. Steve, I guess my question is, what do you want to talk about first?
You want to do the mushroom
powders? we got to do the dog one first, because we dogs are just awesome.
We have 2 mushroom blends, 7 mushrooms and 7 mushrooms, but with other additives for the dogs, for arthritis and stuff. So we'll start with the puppy one.
Let's start with the puppy one. Oh, where did he?
Oh, yeah, I'm coming back. Don't worry.
There we go. Ta-da! Okay, it's probably backwards anyway. But this is a 7 mushroom blend combined with glucosamine, chondroitin, MSM, and a powdered and shredded freeze-dried liver. The mushrooms in there are chaga, cordyceps, lion's mane, shiitake, maitake, turkey tail, red reishi, and of course the MSM, glucosamine, and chondroitin is in there for joint health. I'm just going to kind of go through the reasons why this blend has been put together. Now, for medicinal mushrooms, both for people and for dogs, they're absolutely incredible. They've got bioactive compounds such as beta-glucans, triterpenes, polysaccharides, and antioxidants, and they all offer a broad range of health benefits. So, why was maitake put into this one? Maitake is a great immune support for the dogs. It contains beta-glucans that enhance immune cell activity, helping dogs fight interactions and disease. It's an anti-inflammatory. It reduces systemic inflammation. It aids in the conditions like arthritis and allergies as well. It helps with blood sugar regulation. It helps to regulate insulin levels, supporting diabetic or pre-diabetic dogs. You've got a pre-diabetic dog, get it on it. You won't end up with a diabetic dog. It's also massive for cancer prevention. It contains B-fraction, which is a compound studied for its ability to inhibit tumor growth. And again, that's just the maitake. So, now we'll step into the shiitake. Shiitake is great for, and again, we'll go over this stuff for people. This is specifically for dogs. The shiitake is great for gut health. It supports the gut microbiome by providing beneficial bacteria and improving digestion. It's great for immune modulation. It contains lentinin, a polysaccharide that enhances immune response. And one of the big things about all of the mushrooms is the blend of polysaccharides. This particular blend, all of the polysaccharides in there, if you look up what they do in published studies, they're massive. They're very powerful in boosting your systemic immune system and in resetting your gut biome so that you're healing your gut up. Shiitake is also great for heart health. It's rich in aridinine, which helps lower cholesterol levels and supports cardiovascular function.
Come here, Chica.
It's come on up here. Bring one of the puppies up.
Come on.
It's good for liver support. It aids in detoxification and improves liver enzyme balance. And then you get things like the lion's mane in there. People go, oh, lion's mane's great for people. Well, they tested most of these on dogs before they gave them to people. And lion's mane for dogs, right, Chica? Supports the nerve regeneration and may help prevent cognitive decline in aging dogs. It's a neuroprotection. It promotes myelin sheath repair, which benefits dogs with neurological conditions like degenerative myelopathy. It's a digestive health. It aids in reducing gut inflammation and supports the healing of the intestinal lining. Like, these are just massive. And then turkey tail, Paul Stamets goes on. He says turkey tail is directly responsible for his mother's breast cancer going away. And, again, it's great for dogs as well. It's a powerful immune booster. It contains PSK and PSP, which are compounds known to enhance immune response and help fight infections. It's massive in cancer prevention and treatment. It's used in veterinary oncology to support dogs undergoing cancer treatments like chemo. It has prebiotic properties, promotes gut health by feeding beneficial bacteria, and another one that's a liver detoxifier. It supports the function and helps clear the toxins from the body. Then we step into, because there's more, then we step into reishi. Reishi is an anti-stress adaptogen. It helps dogs manage stress, anxiety, and adrenal fatigue. It's an anti-inflammatory and allergy relief. It's beneficial for dogs that have chronic inflammatory conditions, skin issues, and allergies. And we've seen it. I should have had the pictures up.
Well, which ingredient do you think? We've had a few people, including Steve, whose dogs' eyes were cloudy and now they're going clear or went clear. Or our friend Leslie's dog is Bella. Her eyes are clearing up. I wonder what the ingredient is that's helping with the eyes in here.
Man, they're so full of antioxidants and immune boosters that as the system heals and heals the body, it's not particular in what it heals. So once it's healing stuff up, apparently the eyes go with it. Like you pointed that out with Mika. That was mind-blowing. I'll have to do some research into what is more specific in that, because that isn't actually something I've looked into.
Well, I never thought eyes could clear up
great.
Because like cataracts, they go cloudy and you have to replace the cataracts to gain the sight, and the dog's eyes are clearing up. So I don't know what's going on.
Really great question, John.
Yes, I'll look into that as well. After the reishi, we've got the cordyceps. It's energy and endurance. It enhances oxygen utilization and ATP production, making it ideal for working, active, or senior dogs. It's lung and respiratory support, so it helps with respiratory issues like asthma and kennel cough. It's a massive immune modulator. It strengthens the immune system while balancing overactive immune responses, including autoimmune conditions. And then the seventh one we've got in there is chaga. And it's another potent antioxidant, one of the highest sources of antioxidants that helps prevent oxidative stress and aging. It has cancer-fighting properties. It contains beta-lunic acid, which has been studied for its anti-cancer effects. It supports gut and liver health, reduces inflammation in the digestive tract, and enhances liver detoxification. Liver detoxification is very, very important. That's pulling most of the talk. That does the hard work. Our livers work way overtime, and detoxifying is what they do. So anything we can do to give good gut and liver support is monster. On top of that, it boosts skin and coat health. So it's high in melanin, and it contributes to healthy skin and fur. Go.
Did you get the lion's mane?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we went through that. I got the mushrooms. Now we're going to get into the shredded beef liver. Oh, you were picking up chica when I did the lion's
Oh,
mane.
did you? Okay.
Yeah. So with the powdered shredded beef liver, originally it was like, oh, we want to get something that works healthy, but it gives it a flavor for the dog, so that some dogs might not like the mushroom taste. And when we looked into the freeze-dried shredded beef liver, it's high in essential nutrients. It's packed with vitamin A and vitamin B vitamins, especially B12. It has iron. It has zinc. Those are all crucial for energy and immune function. It supports muscle growth. It's rich in amino acids. It's aiding in lean muscle maintenance and repair. It promotes healthy skin and coat. The high vitamin A content supports shiny coat, healthy skin. The iron rich is for blood cell reproduction and essential for anemic or active dogs. Like just that, it's each of these things is such a healing piece. And, once you get into the joints now, so we got the glucosamine, the chondroitin, and the MSM. When you get into the glucosamine is a joint and cartilage repair. So it helps. It's one of the building blocks for joint tissue that helps repair cartilage damage. Again, people use it as well. Yeah, people with arthritis tend to use it, and it works better when you combine it with things like chondroitin and MSM. With the chondroitin enhances the joint lubrication. It keeps them nicely lubricated, gives them more cushioning. So if you got a dog that likes to run or bounce, that's a big thing. It's cartilage preservation. It slows the cartilage breakdown. It reduces the progression of arthritis. It's a pain reducer. It works synergistically with the glucosamine to improve mobility. And then on top of that, we've got the MSM, which is methylsulfan. That's a tough one. Methylsulfan-methane.
I would never be able to pronounce that.
Sulfonyl methane. That's why they shorten it to MSM.
It's the longest word I've ever seen.
So that one again is another natural anti-inflammatory. It reduces inflammation throughout the body, particularly in the joints. It works on connective tissue repair. It helps with collagen production. It benefits the skin. It benefits the tendons. It benefits the ligaments. It's a detoxifier. It aids in removing heavy metals and toxins from the body. It supports skin and coat health. It improves keratin production. It leads to healthier fur and nails. Now that's just what each of those ingredients do. Now, when you combine them, you get synergistic effects that literally are mind-blowing. One of the biggest synergistic effects of that particular blend, it's a very comprehensive immune support. The combination of the turkey tail, the reishi, the maitake, and the chaga, those provide a massively broad spectrum immune boost. Come here. Come on up. Come and say hi. Oh.
So I've got a question my thought process when I'm listening to you, and it's been really exciting to listen to you two talk about this. I've watched you over the years, and you started Mika on it when she was ill. And I've watched you start and help a number of dogs when they're ill. But do you have Chica on it? Is this something that people can use to help be more of a preventative type thing?
Yes. She's on it. She gets it every day. It's in her food every day. If your dog is suffering, then you've got to up the dosage because you're doing battle. You're trying to do repair. But if you're using it steady with your dog, like it said in the just with the MSM, reduces inflammation through the body and the joints, helps with collagen production, tendons and ligaments. That in itself, it's going to, if the dog plays hard, it's going to save the joints. The stuff in there is going to work at not having it slows the aging process, which is the falling apart part.
Yeah.
Right. So all of these things work at doing that. Not just the lion's mane works at the neurological end. Some of them work strictly in the gut end. There was a couple of them that worked more in the arthritis and inflammatory property end. That's why the combination of it synergistically literally has been doing magic. We had who was the
some of the stories people wouldn't believe. If you didn't see it, you wouldn't believe it.
I gotta find the picture because it'll be
and thankfully I've seen it. So somebody from the outside, I met Steve and then I met John. I watched I met Mika just before Steve had decided early when she was 16 to let her go, and he had made the appointment. And then they got her on the CBD and this mix. And, Mika was around for another 3 years. It was mind blowing, a miracle, because I don't think there's another word in our language that's strong enough for what I have seen this do for.
There was a guy at McDonald Beach going to put his dog down the next day, taking it for its last walk, ran into Steve. Steve got him on the product and got another over a year out of his dog. And
almost 2 years.
Almost 2 years.
Yeah, I had the privilege of meeting her. Beautiful puppy.
Yeah,
that was Tess. I'm just looking. John had sent me a picture at one point of a dog's tail that it was, the hair was all off. It was open wound type thing.
Looked like the tail had been chewed almost in half.
And they'd gone to the vet and they dealt with it. I can't find the picture at the moment. They dealt with it, and the vets really had nothing they could do for it. And
it's definitely a picture that we can share on our page when you do find it.
Okay, then I'll quit looking for it.
Uh-oh.
Chica, get in here. Don't you dare try running away. Get in here. Get in here. Come on. Come here. Come on. Oh, it's sunny outside. Come here. Come on.
Come on.
Good girl.
Welcome to live
No, I
podcast.
want to run out. I want to run away.
So, I mean, this has been really great. You know, we talked a little bit about the stories. I really do. I would like you to maybe look for that picture and then share the picture and the story on our group when you find the picture afterwards. Sure. But I am going to usher you on to product number 2.
Oh, I hadn't finished the synergistic benefits.
Oh, my apologies. We're just,
Okay, product number 2.
I'm trying to get more products.
7 mushroom blend.
This is the human version. Now, this was actually around before the puppy one. And, it's been used for healing gut, etc. We'll go through this as well. But it was because of this when Mika was having her issues that I went, did they test these on dogs? And then had my mind blown and then put together that mix that John later said, you don't get to keep that you got to share that. Look what it's doing for your dog. You got to share that.
Oh, there's the tail.
Oh, there we go. Oh, do you have the other one afterwards? Yes, there we go. Okay. So let me go. This was, can you see that?
Yeah.
So that was the tail when they sent it to us. So that was.
And she'd been going to the vet for over a year.
And that's, what was that, 30 days?
Yeah.
Wow.
30 days.
And it's way nicer having a product that helps dogs because, I don't like people. So.
And dogs are awesome.
Yeah. Yeah. Way better.
I love you guys too.
Okay. So we're
People
stepping
power.
into the 7 mushroom blend. Hey, that's your job. Ba, 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 ba. So again, it has the 7 mushrooms. It doesn't have the glucosamine, chondroitin, and MSM, although we're looking at doing a capsule form that will have that for people because people have joint problems too. Every once in a while, I have a horrible time trying to roll one. Sorry. Okay.
Let me stick to the comedy. You just read.
Just be the nerd.
You just read.
Okay, so these have the same mushrooms as the puppy power. But what I'm going to read to you now is what they're good for humans, okay? So we'll start with reishi, because reishi is one of the big ones that humans right off the top are like, oh, reishi, ling sui. It's a great mushroom. It's massive for immune modulation. Again, it contains the beta-glucans and triterpenes that enhance macrophage and natural killer cell activity. Studies show it improves immune response in immunocompromised individuals. It has anti-cancer properties. The triterpenes have been found to induce apoptosis in cancer cells. Apoptosis is death. That's death of the cancer cell. While the polysaccharides help to slow the tumor growth. So you got 2 aspects happening with that, not just the fighting of the tumor, but the killing of the cancer. It's a anti-stress and a sleep support. It increases GABAergic activity and reduces anxiety and promotes relaxation. And that's been used in the Eastern countries
and it's called
forever.
red reishi, right?
Yes.
Not just reishi, red.
Well, everybody just shortened it to reishi now, but it's Ganoderma lucidium.
Is there an orange reishi or a blue reishi? Just the red reishi?
I've never looked that up either. That's funny.
You stick
That's
with
a good
me.
question.
You just stick with me.
Okay.
I'll get you through this.
We'll find out red Rishi's more, or blue Rishi's more powerful.
I think we should invent it.
Let's step into the cordyceps. Cordyceps militaris. It's energy and stamina. It enhances the ATP production and oxygen utilization. It makes it beneficial for athletic performance. It's good for immune enhancement. It modulates cytokine release and promotes T cell or stem cell activation. It's an anti-fatigue and lung health. It improves respiratory function and reduces inflammation in the lungs, which helps with conditions like asthma and COPD.
She wants to go in
Right?
the back.
That's
Karen. Can you let her in the back?
Yeah, give me a sec here. I'll just open that up.
Blue Rishi, copyright John Sayre, 2025.
Yes, we got that. We got that recorded now.
Let's step into chaga.
Chaga.
So chaga, it's a potent antioxidant, one of the highest sources of superoxide dismutase, also called SOD, which reduces oxidative stress and repairs DNA damage. Massive. It has anti-cancer effects, betulinic acid and melanin compounds that inhibit cancer cell proliferation. It's massive for gut and inflammation support. It contains the polysaccharides that help restore gut microbiota balance and reduce chronic inflammation. Don't want to have that wrong word. When we step into the maitake, again, good for blood sugar regulation. It improves insulin sensitivity, reduces blood sugar spikes. It's high in beta D glucans, which stimulate macrophages and dendritic cells, which is cleaning of the system. It aids in pathogen defense. It has anti-tumor activity. Again, this one enhances the NK cell activity and promotes apoptosis in breast and prostate cancer cells. So, combined and synergistically, what they have for what they do, they're just all around massive. Everybody should be taking it. Shiitake is in the heart health. It reduces LDL cholesterol and atherosclerosis via the arididine. I got to learn to say some of these words. Arididine. It's an immune activator. It has a product called lentinin. It's a polysaccharide, and it's clinically used in Japan as an adjunct to chemotherapy because of its immune boosting effects. It's antiviral and antibacterial. It inhibits viral replication, including strains of influenza and HPV. Now we'll step into the lion's mane. Brain health and neuroprotection. It contains hericinones and ericinines, which promote nerve growth factor, or some people know it as NGF production. It supports cognitive function and neurogenesis. Neurogenesis is the rehealing of the brain. It's Alzheimer and dementia support. Clinical studies show improvement to. Sorry, I just lost my place in it.
That's okay.
And these are going to be going off the At Ease label and onto our Thrive Bio Optimizer label. So they're not going to be with At Ease anymore.
No, all of the straight just health products that are no gray zone applications, like the psilocybin end of things, all of those will be going under the new company, which will be Thrive Bio Optimizers. We're just waiting for the government to send our paperwork back that says, run with it, baby. And they'll all be going under the new label. Where was I in here? Okay, so it promotes neurogenesis and neuroplasticity, which are crucial for memory, learning, neuroprotection, and healing of the brain. That's how the brain heals. So it's particularly important for combating cognitive decline and neurodegenerative diseases like Alzheimer's and Parkinson's. Now, it has another thing in there called rhodiola, which is an adaptogen that modulates the hypothalamic pituitary adrenal axis, or the HPA axis, which helps to balance stress hormones like cortisol, lowers your cortisol levels during periods of stress, protects the brain cells from stress-induced damage, and supports overall cognitive function. And then to that mix, we added in raw organic cacao. And I'm just trying to find I did a little run on it as well. Man, I should have had that one. Here we are. Okay. So for the raw organic cacao, it's increasingly recognized for its potential health benefits attributed primarily to its rich nutritional profile and bioactive compounds. So it's massively full of vitamins right off the start. It's basically a superfood, and it has an active ingredient called theobromine, which is incredible for heart health, incredible for blood. One of the most notable components of raw cacao is its concentration of flavonoids, particularly the catechins and the epicatechins, which are potent antioxidants. They've been shown to exert protective effects on cardiovascular health by improving endothelial function, reducing blood pressure, decreasing the risk of thrombosis. Regular consumption of flavonoid-rich foods like raw cacao is associated with a reduced incidence of cardiovascular diseases, including coronary artery disease and stroke. In addition to the cardiovascular benefits, it's a significant source of magnesium, which is essential for lots of our biochemical processes, including energy production, DNA synthesis, and regulation of muscle and nerve function. Adequate magnesium intake is being linked to slower risk of type 2 diabetes, osteoporosis, and metabolic syndrome. The iron content in raw cacao contributes to its health benefits, particularly in preventing iron deficiency, anemia, which is crucial for maintaining adequate hemoglobin levels and oxygen transport in the blood. Again, it has the theobromine, which is also a mild stimulant. It's similar to a caffeine, but more like a tea than even a coffee. It can enhance alertness and cognitive function without the jittery effects. It also acts as a vasodilator and diuretic, further contributing to cardiovascular health by promoting blood vessel relaxation and improving circulation. The phenylethyl, the PEA in it, promotes mood elevation by increasing the release of endorphins and serotonin, potentially mitigating symptoms of anxiety and depression. Now, right now, there's people coming out saying in the studies that cocoa does this. But if you follow the studies, if that cocoa is an 80%, raw organic cacao, with a little bit of the garbage that they throw in to make cocoa, it's not doing the magic for you. This combined, and the other massive thing that it's huge for, 3 to 5 glasses of raw organic cacao a week can double your stem cell growth. And as we age, our stem cell growth drops. And by the age of 50, it can drop to in half. So truly, anybody that's, 40 and over should be having raw organic cacao. Keep the stem cell growth is healing. Yes. So, that's massive. Any questions on that one?
No, but that brings us to a lovely time for a quick little break.
Perfect.
Yes.
So hang out with us while we show off our sponsors, and you have a minute to have a puff or a pee.
We'll be right back.
You're listening to the Pace Radio Network here at paceradio.net.
Campbellford Lifestyle Shop, open Monday to Friday from 10 till 7 p.m. or by chance. Check out our flags, our t-shirts, plus our hats, and look of that supply of rolling papers, plus much more. We've got bongs and your favorite herbal vaporizers. Look at all the incense we have, as well as for those who collect knives, check out these knives in our collection. And while you're here, stop in to see Shay at the piercing room, where you can get poked by Shay. Daily deals, check them out. Campbellford Lifestyle Shop, 17 Bridge Street West, Campbellford, Ontario.
When you have a pain that's reached its peak, Legacy for 20, it's so unique. If organic cannabis is what you seek, here's your trusted partner 7 days a week. Suppository salves, vapes and drops, topicals, edibles, infused pop. Just when life seems like it ain't easy, at Legacy 420, enjoy a pop freezy. Lab tested products, make them the GOAT. Legacy 420 out on your road. Legacy 420 in Tyendinaga Mohawk territory. Indigenous organic cannabis at its finest.
What do you find at paceradio.net? People advocating cannabis education.
Limestone City Hydroponics is Kingston, Ontario's hydroponics shop. Take your growing to the next level and create the optimal environment with a tent kit, or maximize your yield with an ebb and flow flood table kit. Either way, Limestone City Hydroponics has more sizes and options to fit your needs. Are you looking for the power of the sun that adapts to your budget? Then look no further, as they have professional grow lighting. They have indoor grow systems that are easy and cost effective, with many options to fit your living space and lifestyle. Cultivate your growing potential. We have everything you need to succeed. And if you can't make it to the store, they offer local delivery to the greater Kingston area. Remember, when you're looking for experts to help you grow, then look no further than the locally owned Limestone City Hydroponics, 105 Sunderland Drive in Kingston, Ontario. Call them at 613-548-0420.
Rerolled Saturdays. Check it out. Nothing but non-stop cannabis and psychedelic programming. Find it at 420pace.ca. You're listening to the Pace Radio Network here at paceradio.net.
Welcome back to the Mushie Moment. We're back. Thanks for hanging with us.
We are. So we've chatted about puppy power so far. We have chatted about the human version. I think I've heard either you or John have referred to it as people power, which I think is really cool. And we've also mentioned, because you are currently at ease.com, which is where people can reach you right now, but you are changing up the brand.
Well, no, the legal mushrooms.
Yes, the at ease will be all the gray market stuff.
Yes, the at ease.com will be psilocybin.
Yeah, it'll be the microdosing.
The Thrive one will be all stuff we're allowed to sell.
Yeah, it'll be all legal.
Well, not allowed to sell.
No gray market products.
Yeah. So,
yeah,
gray market.
Yeah, so that will be coming. I'm sure that there will be announcements and links in case people follow at ease. You'll be able to get to Thrive Biomed.
Yeah, we're just waiting for it. Should be in this week, and then we'll be setting up the website. We'll be setting up the Etsy. We'll be setting up things to rock and roll with it. Yeah.
Wicked.
Okay. This is where it all started, boys and girls.
Yeah. So this is the next product that you guys want to talk about, is one of the microdosing products with the original blend.
This is where it all started.
John holding it up.
Hold that in there. That is the original blend.
At ease.
And again, you'll find those same 7 mushrooms in there. And oh, look at you. The original blend was a blend of the 7 mushrooms: the reishi, cordyceps, chaga, shiitake, turkey tail, and lion's mane, combined with golden teacher psilocybin. Those are 110 milligram of golden teachers per capsule. There's 30 capsules in a pack. The adaptogens combined with this are ginkgo biloba, which enhances cognitive function, battles dementia, Alzheimer's. It boosts and modulates the immune system. Yeah, I quit leaning forward all the time. It has ashwagandha in it, which is an anti-cancer as well as a neuroprotective, an antioxidant, anti-anxiety, anti-PTSD, anti-Alzheimer, anti-Parkinson's. It's got, come here, quit yelling, get up here. It has Bacopa monnieri, which is anti-cancer, neuroprotective, antioxidant, and anti-anxiety, PTSD, good for memory and cognitive enhancement. It also has Siberian ginseng, which is cardiovascular endurance, antibacterial, antiviral. It's a little bit of energy. It puts a little energy in there. It gives mental energy and immune support, boosts cognition. That was the original blend when I was doing all the research that I could as to what would help to heal. I'm PTSD, anxiety, and post-concussion syndrome, multiple concussions. And, when I went down the rabbit hole, not wanting to be medicated, but to actually work on being medicated and healing at the same time, that was the first one I came up with, because at that point, there wasn't a lot out on microdosing. There was stuff on adaptogens was out, but there wasn't a lot on nootropics out at the time. And some of the changes that happened was going from some of the adaptogens and stepping into some different nootropics. But this one here, it's a very smooth. You don't a lot of people get scared of microdosing. You don't get high microdosing. If you're getting high, it's too strong and you need to go down. But on the 110 milligram, they tend to work for about, so far, I'd say about 80% of the people. I've had maybe 20% that have to drop down. Well, no, I'd have to say 60% because 20% needed higher dose.
Yeah.
But
so, one of the questions I have, I love your products. Like, you know, I do. I mean, like your microdoses are my favorites. I am one of these people, and maybe you can explain to people why this happens. I'm one of these people that even if I microdose with actual mushrooms, like I've got the actual magic mushroom in my hand and I take a bite of that, I'm one of those ones that gets that upset stomach. And it's not really an upset stomach. It's a sore stomach as your stomach is processing all of this. And with your microdoses, I don't get that. So my two questions are, maybe you can tell everybody why they get the sore stomach, because I know the majority of people do. And number two, what is it in your products that help that not happen?
The thing within the mushroom that causes that is called chitin. It's chitin, but it's called chitin. And it doesn't digest, like our stomach doesn't digest that particular ingredient properly. It's something that fights our system. And with this particular blend in here, because there's stuff for enhancing the immune and fixing the gut biome, when this combination comes in, the stomach acids that come into here and the ingredients that are there, just they make everything smoother. It reduces that issue that people have with the chitin.
Yeah. All of them, all four of them have helped me immensely. I mean, if I do want to do more of a macro dose, I'll take a couple of your microdoses and then I can eat mushrooms on top of that, and it stops that from happening, even adding more psilocybin on. And I've told you that, and it's just something that I appreciate. Whereas, because I would spend 20 minutes holding my gut while it was digesting.
There's two things that I always hated. One was a hang on ramp up where it's just you're going, and two was the fighting of the guts. So that was all that. Both of those were taken into consideration for all of these.
Yeah.
The ingredients that have been chosen are what can heal, what can smoothen the ride, for anybody that does feel them. right? Or wants to feel them. Because some people, you're not, generally speaking, you're not supposed to feel a microdose. The microdose is supposed to work in the background and go. But if people run high anxiety, a lot of them actually like to feel the microdose. So, they'll start with a higher dose, or they'll do 2 so that, I'm feeling it. I see what it's doing.
No,
over time. Yeah, we'll get to that, because sometimes they'll just do 2 of these as well. But over time, it'll all smooth and it's good. The biggest thing about microdosing is finding your dose. Truly, it's about finding your dose of the psilocybin that works for you. And then it's what adaptogens, what are you trying to do with the microdose? If you're trying to heal things like post-concussion or PTSD, which blows out neural pathways in the brain, even stroke aspects, you want things like the lion's mane that promotes the nerve growth and the neurogenesis. You want the neuroprotectives and the ashwagandha, the bacopa moneri. You want those things that, enhance the brain's ability to do the healing. The body knows how to heal. It needs the right ingredients to do the healing. So,
and with all that being said, that's wonderful segue to another. I saw John hold up another one of the microdoses. You say all that. You do have other microdoses that are a little bit stronger and have different ingredients in them, or different strengths of
ingredients. Let's go with the stronger ones, because the other ones are all 1100 or 110. So this is the Scoobies. This was actually one of the original ones that I was making, was the Scoobies. And as I focused more, as I learned that I was using them for healing, and because the Scoobies actually originally started many years ago, my original version. And this is nothing like the original version. This version here steps heavy into the nootropics now. So we've got alpha GPC.
Taking my job away from me.
We've got L-theanine. We've got GABA in there. We've got FOTI. Astragalus.
Ashwagandha.
It has the ashwagandha as well in
Ginkgo biloba.
The ginkgo. It doesn't have the Siberian ginseng. Oh, no, you can keep that. I've got it here. It doesn't have the Siberian ginseng. And
the evening blend doesn't have the
Siberian ginseng.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, let me go through it again. It does it out of the mushrooms. It has the lion's mane. It doesn't have the other 6. This was focused more for that making the brain heal and just work, at the time, working with the brain. But what we stepped into was things like the L-theanine, the alpha GPC, and the GABA, which are all massive. They're all calm regulators. So even though it's a little stronger, it has more of the calmers to keep things down. One of the things that I was blown away with was I always thought that dosage would go by size or weight, and that hasn't been the case. What I'm learning now is it depends on the vibration of anxiety, or the vibration of the amount of PTSD, or the amount of trauma. I've seen, small people that are using, 2-3 of these a day to get through their day, because they work in a high stress environment that just works on them that way.
Also, the Siberian ginseng is a bit of a stimulant. So we took it out and made an evening blend for sleep, because I use psilocybin for sleep. And this wasn't working for some reason. So we looked into it, and it was the Siberian ginseng found out was a stimulant. So now we have an evening blend for sleeping, because I take psilocybin to sleep.
And the evening blend is a blend of reishi and lion's mane, chaga, shiitake, turkey tail, and maitake. It's got the golden teachers. It's heavier with rhodiola rosea, which is an anti-stress, anti-aging, immunostimulating, and chemo prevention. But it's a very good focused but calm. And then it's got the ashwagandha and the spirulina. The spirulina is an antioxidant, anti-inflammatory, anti-cancer, anti-diabetic, repairs damage from oxidative stress. And it's also a calm regulator. It also has GABA in there. GABA promotes tumorigenesis. It's a neurotransmitter. Works on pain relief, decreases inflammation, improves focus, relieves anxiety, and reduces fear. It has magnesium L-threonate in there, which prevents neuropathic pain in chemo patients. It actually prevents neuropathic pain. Enhances synaptic plasticity, learning, memory, and emotion. It crosses the blood-brain barrier and supports restorative sleep and neurological health. It's also a massive aspect of calming. And this one here was actually, it was John who said to me, hey, I need something that we can sleep on. And these tend to, one of the other ones we'll get to is actually more of a get up and go. And so we've got, the calming, we've got the Scoob, which is the stronger version. We've got the original blend, which is a very smooth, consistent setup. And then we might as well get to the last one.
Main event.
Which is the main event. Now, the main event is lion's mane heavy, because you can take the 7 mushrooms here, but in my mind, I'm going to take those 7 mushrooms out of the capsules and put this here, because I don't need to microdose this. I can throw spoonfuls in the morning, and then that leaves me room for things like the L-theanine, the magnesium L-threonate, alpha GPC, the niacin, guarana, spirulina, gotu-kola, brahmi, and extra lion's mane. So this was a heavier. Your ultimate thing is to do a rotation of the blends. That's going to give you the ultimate aspects of everything healing. But this one here, I kind of went, man, I've had a lot of concussions. There's a lot of brain stuff in there, and I want to make something that'll stimulate that growth factor faster for me. So it's got the lion's mane heavy, again, for neurotropic factors. It promotes nerve growth, neurogenesis. It boosts and modulates the immune system. The Bacopa moneri, again, a neuroprotective. It's an antioxidant, reduces anxiety, promotes memory and cognitive enhancement. The niacin, it's a B vitamin that's anti-cancer, specifically great for anything brain cancer. It's an anti-proliferative interferon, which reduces tumor sizes and helps increase survival. It also crosses the blood-brain barrier and helps to bring the psilocybin there. It's one of the reasons that Paul Stamets has got it in his blend that has the lion's mane as well. Then I added in guarana, which is an anti-cancer, neuroprotective, anti-anxiety, reduces chemo fatigue, stabilizes weight, increases appetite, fixes heart health. The spirulina, it's an antioxidant, anti-inflammatory, anti-diabetic. It repairs damage from oxidative stress, regulates progression of various cancers. Anything that has the strength to battle a cancer has got the strength to boost your immune system so it can do massive repair in your body. And that's why you'll find a lot of the things I have, they're specific. They say anti-cancer. That's one of the hardest things to beat. We know that. So if it has the ability to fight that and beat that, it does it by boosting your immune system and making your body strong enough to get rid of the cancer. Well, when the body heals, it doesn't go, oh, there's cancer, I need to get rid of it. It goes, I'm in healing homeostasis, and it starts to heal. And that's probably how the eye stuff happens with the dogs as well. It's putting the dogs into a healing homeostasis, and things are just healing. Honestly, I wish I'd have known about ours long before I had my cataract surgery, because I'd love to have been the guy doing the test. It has gotu-kola in there, which alleviates stress, anxiety, and depression. It's a heavy antioxidant. It's a neuroprotective, and it improves memory after strokes. Again, the golden teachers. The golden teachers really, not only do they compress the amygdala, so they keep your fight, flight, or your manic depressive episodes more compressed, more normal or logical. But they also stimulate the regrowing of the brain, the neurogenesis. Once the brain has the right things to heal itself, it can do that. And this is one of the big things in there for making that happen. Everything else is just a little something to make it work a little better and focus in certain areas. The alpha GPC, that improves mental performance. It boosts synthesis of dopamine. It raises your GABA levels. It enhances serotonin activity. It boosts human growth hormone. The magnesium L-threonate, again, it prevents neuropathic pain for chemo patients. It enhances synaptic plasticity learning. It enhances memory. It enhances cognition. It crosses the blood-brain barrier as well. It supports restorative sleep, neurological health. It's a nice calmer, and it helps the psilocybin get over to the brain. Then we've got the L-theanine, an anti-cancer, neuroprotective, antioxidant, anti-stress, suppresses metastasis of prostate cancer, lowers blood pressure. It's an anti-carcinogen, and it enhances memory.
Amazing.
They're monsters. They're products that were made by us for us, and with them we've just shared. John, for the longest time, when I met John, he was the guy that had chocolates. He's the guy that was utilizing mushrooms for PTSD, making chocolates. We've since turned it into, he's got a 3 gram bar and a 1.5 gram bar. Golden teachers again, because for the healing, that's what we're looking for.
So they're called Gold E's.
And tell them why you started making the chocolates in the beginning.
So I could divide the grams up into microdoses and make sure every microdose was the same dose. And the only way to do it back then was to make chocolates and cut the chocolates into squares.
Yep.
Well, that's how that all started.
That
awesome. Was before I met Steve.
Well, guys, I mean, we are getting to that time. This has been absolutely epic. I have absolutely loved being over here on the side, listening to Steve with all of those really large words and explaining them.
I didn't have to say them, so I'm good.
The only thing missing from the whole thing was your nerd sign, John.
Oh, yeah. Well,
if we had that, it would have been perfect.
Yeah, I know. I feel kind of bad.
I didn't say anything.
I feel like, like this is.
Hey, get in here.
Oh, here he goes. The tip of the iceberg for your products. I think that we should do this again, at some point in time down the road, and maybe a few times. There we go.
Can you read it? It says nerd, and then the arrow's got to go that way.
Turn it away from the light, and then no.
There we go. It says nerd.
Nerd.
You need a bigger pen.
And then
there we go. Oh, there we go.
Yeah. And then go through the products. It has been a delight to listen to you, to watch you, and the banter that comes out in the middle of it all between the two of you has been so much fun. I have had so much fun. Nerd, yes, he is.
I feel better.
And thank you for asking us to do this, because it was that was really nice. I hadn't actually thought of doing this, and thank you for this opportunity. It was great.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah, it's been educational. And we'll have to do two things: have you back on with maybe a few stories about these puppies with a little bit more knowledge and maybe some pictures of them. And then continue on with more infomercials about other products. It has been a delight having you guys on. You can go to @ease.com and find them from there.
An email. If you drop an email, we get it directly, so not a problem. Just, we've been having some problems with the website. There's problems with payment platforms. Just email directly to us. We'll get directly to you, and we'll make shit happen.
It's pretty awesome. These guys will work hard to.
We made the mistake of putting CBD on our website.
Right?
Everything came crashing down after that.
Yeah.
And, you know.
So yeah, but it's all gonna change. You can still reach them through @ease.com.
And we'll put everything up when Thrive Bio Optimizers LLP is all done. Oh, I'm pretty excited for that.
Me too. And with that, we are at the end of our show, Steve.
Wow. Well, thank you for hanging out with us here at the Mushie Moment. It's always a pleasure to hang out, especially with John and Cindy. This has been a magical moment. Thank you and have a good afternoon. We'll see you next Tuesday.
Bye.
You're listening to the Pace Radio Network here at paceradio.net.
The opinions of the individuals during this broadcast are their own, and may not be the opinions of their group or other organizations they may be involved with. All medical advice during our broadcast is not a medical opinion and should be checked with your medical physician.
When you have a pain that's reached its peak, Legacy for 20, it's so unique. If organic cannabis is what you seek, here's your trusted partner 7 days a week. Suppository salves, vapes and drops, topicals, edibles, infused pop. Just when life seems like it ain't easy, at Legacy 420, enjoy a pop freezy. Lab tested products, make them the GOAT. Legacy 420 out on your road. Legacy 420 in Tyndonega Mohawk territory. Indigenous organic cannabis at its finest.
Enjoy the buzz of legalization with Campbellford Lifestyle Shop. From lights to plant nutrients, books, consumption accessories, and more. We've got all your basics to grow or consume cannabis. Visit our info center or take a look at our piercing services and body jewelry, now available in-store through Campbellford Lifestyle Shop. 17 Bridge Street West, Campbellford.
Limestone City Hydroponics is Kingston, Ontario's hydroponics shop. Take your growing to the next level and create the optimal environment with a tent kit, or maximize your yield with an ebb and flow flood table kit. Either way, Limestone City Hydroponics has more sizes and options to fit your needs. Are you looking for the power of the sun that adapts to your budget? Then look no further, as they have professional grow lighting. They have indoor grow systems that are easy and cost effective, with many options to fit your living space and lifestyle. Cultivate your growing potential. We have everything you need to succeed. And if you can't make it to the store, they offer local delivery to the greater Kingston area. Remember, when you're looking for experts to help you grow, then look no further than the locally owned Limestone City Hydroponics, 105 Sunderland Drive in Kingston, Ontario. Call them at 613-548-0420. We are people advocating cannabis education here at paceradio.net.